Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to be showing you how to play and reviewing the game Superfection. This game came out in 1975 from Lakeside, and it's for as many players as you want. Now I'm sure many of you have heard of the game Perfection. That game has been around for a long time. And it's typically a kid's game, and the object of Perfection is you're trying to match these shapes into this different squares on this pop-up board, and you're trying to get all of those shapes in there before the board pops up and all the pieces pop out of the board. The same thing applies to this. There's a big difference though. In this particular game, there are two pieces that are going to fit together, and those pieces make up the shape that are going to go into the square. So you're going to be matching up differently, and there are 32 pieces in this game. So let's go ahead and show you Superfection. Okay everybody, here is Superfection, and let me just show you the components really quick. The first thing you have here is your board. There is a pop-up table that goes underneath this, and you're going to press this table down after you go ahead and set this timer. This timer has a 120-second timer on it, and you're just going to turn this all the way around like so, and then afterwards you're just going to hit the stop button, and that's going to set the game up so you'll be ready to play it. And right here you have your pieces. Now there's 32 total pieces, but they make 16 shapes, and here's an example. In the typical Perfection game, you're only going to have to match one piece per square, and the square is going to have a shape. You just simply would have to match that shape. Not so with this game. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to match these pieces first, like so, and then you're going to have to go ahead and put it on the square. So anyway, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and take these pieces off, mix them up, and then you'll start the timer. And ultimately, if you're playing against somebody, you're going to be trying to get the best time on this. So I'll go ahead and play around and just kind of see how I do with it here. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I pushed the board down. I got the timer ready to go. So here we go. Wish me luck. Well, there you go, guys. That's as much as I was able to get in that time span. And a lot of the deal is these pieces, so many of them look like they can fit into another piece, but they don't, as you can see. I was struggling trying to get some of these pieces. So it's a challenge. But anyway, that's basically how the game works. Everybody's going to go ahead and get a shot. And I figure the way you can win is whoever ends up getting all the pieces in the shortest amount of time, or whoever ends up getting the most amount of pieces on the board before time runs out. So my thoughts on the game Superfection. Okay, well, the rules are very simple. You know, if you've played Perfection, this is a game that is not going to be a surprise to you at all. But this game is not easy. One of the reasons is because the way they have the pieces fit together looks rather bizarre. It's not like a puzzle typically, because the pieces are 3D, I guess you can say, and you're having to look at the back and the front to try to figure out which one matches where. So a lot of this game is basically going to be mastered, I guess, just by doing this game over and over and over and over again, which is something I don't plan on doing. But between me and my wife, it took us both together to actually beat this thing. I would say that this is an adult version of Perfection, and it's a dexterity game, and it's just one of those games where you're just trying to match pieces and you're trying to get them on a board a certain amount of time. I ended up finding this game at a thrift store, and I was kind of surprised because I had never even seen this game before, never even heard of it. And it was missing a piece, but these pieces are pretty easy to get on eBay, and they don't cost that much at all. And I'm assuming a lot of these copies are missing pieces just because this is a kid's game, and the game is 40 years old or so, so I'm sure pieces can get lost. But again, they're very easy to replace. So as far as how this game works, there's really not much to it as far as the rules go. It's very easy to understand. Really, it's just a matter of whether or not you like these type of games. It's a matching game, and has that cool little pop-up board. So it does have a vintage appeal to it since it is an older game. Personally, I enjoy playing this game, but it's not a game that I'm going to pull out a lot, just simply because I don't see myself playing this like even more than 3 times in a day, just trying to get the pieces together. Again, this is just a game that if you like these types of games, you'll like it. If you don't like these types of games, you're probably not going to like it. So guys, that is my review of Superfection. I hope you all have a great day, and keep on gaming.